Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today we're playing some more Factorio. This is the version 2.1 playthrough. I'll just check my levels and the audio is going through. Yeah, we've got the game and me. Excelente. Is it on Twitch? It is on Twitch. Super duper. And let's set all the windows up. There we go. Put on there. I hear bots doing bot things because we've got them trying to build a platform. Well, the bots aren't doing it, obviously, but they're supplying the things for the platform. The things we were particularly low on low density structures due to the steel demands. Are you sending things up? I take it you're sending things up. You appear to be. All the platform pieces as a priority. Excellent. I'm sure that'll take. I mean, we've got. Because it does a weird thing now with the auto, or I find it a bit weird anyway, with the auto filling, that sometimes it like shows. I mean, because I sent some of these up here, but it's like that 8. And I don't think that's actually 8. I think that's covered by the 20 we've already sent up. But it shows it as the 8. It won't actually request another 8. It's a bit strange. It doesn't put this as 0, basically. So we've got 25 furnaces, and we only need 2. So it's got them. It's just when it'll build the pieces in, it'll set that to 0. It's all a bit strange, that side of it. So we'll just leave it be. Let it do its thing, and eventually we should hopefully be making some space science, which will be good. We should check to see if we are or have produced any more low density structure. I didn't actually do a separate build for them, did I? No, I've just sort of harvested stuff here. Oh, look, we got one there. Look at that. Look at that. One extra one, which means this must have. Oh, it doesn't. Got 2 grabber arms, which is all we need for the thing. So once we have that, it looks like copper's actually the worst performer at the moment. What will we set you on? 3? That's fine. So just set a filter there. Where did they go? There they are. Let's maybe do that one. So yeah, we could maybe see if copper's something we can sort out. We do know that everything's all a bit low and rubbish, which is why today's goal is to try and add on. Where even is our copper? Oh, of course it's up here. Oh yeah, that's rubbish. Okay, is to try and add on more inputs at the very least, but I would quite like to start scaling things up. We'll have to sort of see where we get to. We have that mine sort of started, don't we? What we don't have, I presume, yeah, is power particularly. Okay. We did build these slightly bizarre blueprints. I wondered about turning them into, because I have a bit of a strange thing that this is a 2 to 3 build. In other words, I got to build 2 of them and 3 of them in order to get it to sort of vaguely approaching ratio. So what I'm sort of wondering, because I don't really want this here, not least all because, well, that's a point. I don't think I'm making substations, am I? Oh, no, that's because I just put a machine here to remind me. Okay. Now we're not making them either. Okay, so maybe, because that would be red, because that would need copper cables, you see. And that needs fast inserters, which is a request in thing, rather than that's actually building that now. So if we do just a machine, it's going to use up even more of what little copper we have, aren't we? But we want a, oh, hello Patch, how you doing? Welcome. We want to add all of the inputs coming in, and then I think that's a better way of doing it is feed them into what we're doing here, and then actually do some actual, you know, proper smelting at a bit more scale. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. It's on hand. So yeah. Okay. So if I just build this substation thing, because I need more power as well, basically. And we've kind of got a lot of stuff built there, haven't we? How many solar panels and stuff have we got? We've got 500 and 400, okay. And then this only takes 100. And that's 210, so... yeah, we could, like, repurpose these panels and accumulators and make a, 2 to 3 of them. So then we would need... We've already got 4 substations, but we would need then another 4 4s or 16, aren't they? So we would need another 16 substations. So we could set this quite low and then not, abuse all of our materials too much. It's a curious layout. I was suckered in by a going live message about rail. Layout being your winding wall. Oh yes, the snaky bus. This is the snaky bus. This is what I do nowadays. It's basically just winds it back in and back on itself, essentially. It's kind of riffing on something. I don't think Mojo does it anymore, but it was like a design that Mojo came up with, I think. So I don't think it actually looks anything like his. It's a lot more complicated, his thing. But yeah, it's kind of roughly based on that. I need inserters. Yeah. Cool. So grab them. Like so. But yes, it's sort of the reason I do it now is because obviously I could do, like a normal bus type of thing, that type of stuff, but it gives it a bit more. One of the things that we've actually got proper shotgun shells, nice. It gives me a bit more freedom in like how I build things, so effectively I can just sort of improvise things. I can put, because I use this design as well, this opposite, assembly machines opposite each other, and then just pull in what I need. And so I can be a bit more, I got a bit sort of, when I had, a blueprint that was the early base and it felt a bit sort of stale and repetitive, basically. And so by doing this generic, approach and then using these machines as I decide to use them, so I can build them in whatever order I want to, and it's never just filling in a single blueprint, if you see what I mean. So that's kind of where it comes from. So let's just get rid of that. Should I put more? I don't think we need. I mean, we're going to need belts and stuff for doing the other thing, but I just want to make, as I say, sort of a few substations, really. And I've got, there's another one I'll be using for, why is that not? Bot building and stuff like that, so. Not bot, but yeah, so requester-based building, But, so we want 0 to be substations. And then 1 to be the bulk inserters, yeah. And again, bulk inserters will just stick in so, we don't need them particularly, but we will put a few of those in. Oh, I haven't got any regular inserters. The bots will gap fill for me. But yeah, I quite like it. It's keeps it interesting, that's sort of the thing. And then we need red and steel. There, we will set this to be just, so set it nice and low, 20. Yeah. And you need some of those, as well as red and green in circuits, which will be, in fact, we'll go with that to keep it constrained a bit. And then, this will automatically be limited because of how many inserters I've put in. Keep it a bit slower. I was going to check, see. No, I think the copper is just because it's the one copper patch, basically. Okay. So I was talking about doing it via parameterization, wasn't I? Rather than, as in the trains, switching it over to a parameterized one rather than... Because I think I'm fed up with trying to control, you know, demand and supply, trying to link them together. I just don't think that really works for me. So instead, I could parameter all of that. I could parameterize all the load stations to be, you know, pick the resource you're picking up, sort of thing. Do I want to do that now? Oh, we're going to be adding copper, stone. When I guess I could integrate the oil as well. Might as well try and do that, because we're going to go here over here basically. We'll pick up this one, probably combine them together, maybe do the oil. And maybe if I'm feeling fruity and we have enough time, we'll do the uranium as well. It's wonderfully compact for the variety. Mine tend to be far more spaghetti until full pot fed, yeah. Spaghetti's fun. It's sort of... I always think of that meme, you know, the bell curve where you got the, you know, most people in the middle and panicking about spaghetti sort of thing. And then complete noobs and kind of more experienced players, you know, at the two other end, because spaghetti's fun. It's like, you know, it's not a bad thing, spaghetti. It just feels like it is when you know, when you know a little bit. It sort of ends up feeling like a bad thing, but it really isn't. Okay, so yeah, let's bring copper in there, and then so I won't fiddle with them right now, but that's kind of where we want to get to. So that would be copper. And I mean, we've not really got any trains. So we'll just set that at 1, I think, for the moment. And then I guess this would be stone. Again, set that at 1. And then we might as well, what I say, we'd empty, put the oil on. Again, set that 1. We need T junctions. Bosh, bosh. Excellent. So I'll probably put uranium up there if I want to. It's because I need, you know, if I do uranium, I need to mess about with a different design for sulfuric acid and stuff. That's fine. So how many of these have we now made? 20. Perfect. So we got them. Yeah, it's just for multi-world, having something slightly more template would be nice. Yeah, I sort of, I've actually, so, you know, I was in the, I don't, you know, sort of thing. I was in the closed beta test. It was basically anyone who went to the LAN party was just able to get, you know, have access to it basically. And wow, bots are slow, aren't they? And that save, I've literally just done... I've effectively finished the game, as it were. I say effectively because my platform got killed. The tweaks they've done to asteroids are actually quite a bit sort of... They're a bit nasty if you're not really... If you're on a fast platform, or any kind of speed of platform, I'm not sure. I'll describe actually what I built as fast, but it's like 2.5 times, or well, certainly twice as fast as my other quickest platform. And so the speed, the fact that you know the asteroids don't lose momentum now when they hit or destroyed, which means they keep ploughing through your platform like worse than they would before. And I was just testing it really to see about how much stuff I need to produce. But yes, effectively I've finished that game, you know, in quotes. It's finished in a very generous sense of the word finished. And so I need to redesign that platform I was using explosive rockets on it, which I always feel very nervous about because of the whole circular coverage of the, you know, the rocket turrets. It always just feels like it's like let's say so, asteroid plows into your platform, and then you know your rockets finally sort of catch up, as it were, and start blowing it up. And if it's in the middle of your platform, the splash damage from explosive rockets is going to cause you more problems. It's going to blow up parts of your platform. But of course the splash damage is useful if you are going into particularly dense areas, because it, you know, blows up more asteroids around us. Okay. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I've just done that one, and I was kind of, I got a bit. I mean, that's true. Honest truth is, I really struggled with Space Age, not in the sense of finding it difficult or anything, and I wasn't at all sure why. And I've been sort of talking on the stream a bit about why. Ah, is that one not aligned with? Yeah, okay. So we want these. I guess it should be up here, really, sort of out the way. But we need to do. In fact, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? If I do it that way around, it don't matter. Oh, of course, these are just me throwing in roboboards, aren't they? It's not actually aligned to anything. Yeah, okay. So if we put them up here, so we need 5. Well, actually, I should just put the ones in. If we just put the... This is where I discover I didn't blueprint the... I didn't. Oh, no. I didn't blueprint these solar panels. Bugger. I'm not sure it'll let me undo that many. Because this is me, I'm gonna, yeah, undo. Because I obviously did a little fiddling about with all the belts, and it may not be in the list of... Ah, here we go. Can't believe I didn't blueprint them. That was the end of last stream. Whew. Looks like it was just in the... I probably did one too many there. I did do one too many because that disappeared. Okay, let's do it again then. I've yet to play Space Age. Could save, reload the previous, and blueprint it there. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, stick it in the general ones at some point, actually. But, yes, so we want to blueprint that. And then grid, absolute, but that needs to be 32, 2, 2, 2, I think. Why is that not right? Let's move you. So that needs to be there. Oh. Oh, I guess it's not. What have I done on the other one? Because I've aligned it with a different... Okay. 16, 16. Okay. There we go. And then... and then this is upgrade, absolute 2, 2, But we then need to move that to... Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Well, not awesome, because I'm a bit Dumbo. Now we can delete it. Let's just leave that road open. And I can do exactly all the other stuff I did before. Get a weird sense of deja vu now. But yes, we need, what I was actually thinking with it is like just turning it into a bigger blueprint. So it's like, so you know, it's got, because it coincidentally, it's like, you know, one of them. So it's like that basically. I think it's 3-2-3. 3-2 sort of thing. So we could have that be the proper blueprint, as it were. I think that's right, because these are way denser, basically. It almost looks like a noughts and crosses board, that. Sort of. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave that for now. And then we want to hook up the Roboport network, so that's where we do need. I was actually playing a game, so did my victory, as it were, so very much in quotes, yesterday. And I've been playing a game called Corsair Cove. Well, I only played about an hour, did the tutorial type of thing, about why I'm doing the tutorial. But it's basically an anno game. There was a, and I do enjoy the anno games, but they did a. I can't remember what it's called. Anno 115, I think, because they do a thing with the anno games where the numbers, because they're all historical, and the numbers add up to 9. You know, when you so you take the date 1404 is one of them, my favourite one. A 4 + 4 + 1 equals 9. But it means if you forget what the number is, you've got to sort of work it out. So it can't be 115. Anyway, whatever it is. But it's set in the Roman Empire, and it's just not clicked with me. Because last one was 1800, which was the Industrial Revolution. And I hugely enjoyed that. Really, really good fun. Got a bit they added too many DLC. It got silly. But yeah. So this is basically like an anno game, but it's pirates. So yeah. You're building a sort of pirate colony, basically. It's got a mechanic like the cove in question is, you know, it means like a cave or a little sort of bay, and it's like a tiny little island, but you build on the walls, so you build on the cliffs, and it connects all of the buildings together. It's really pretty as well. Really good looking game, but it just sort of works, you know. It's sort of. That sounds like it might be horrendous, but it connects all of the buildings together for you, and you build these like ladders connecting things up. So it does feel like you're playing Pirates of the Caribbean or something. But yeah, it's good fun. So I might have found my anno for unless they managed to make the new one a bit more interesting. It's funny actually, because 1404 is my favourite anno. I'm obviously doing tedious stuff here, so I'm just gibbering on. But 1404 is my favourite one, and the new one like copies a lot of it, which you'd think would mean I'd like it more, you know, because it's more like the one I like, or the one my favourite one. And it just actually instead feels like derivative, basically. It just feels like it's copying, and it's not really adding anything. To the extent that 1404 had an expansion where it added a volcano, and this has got a volcano in it. That was one of the expansions they did. And it just feels like, it's just, you know, they've just taken a lot of the same stuff and redone it. So yeah, 1800 therefore felt, because it had a whole mechanic around like population, which they've sort of kept, but not really. But it, you know, reflected therefore like industrial revolution, unions, that sort of thing. The thing that makes I'll be honest, the thing that makes an anno game work, it's a German, you know, Blue Byte. They're bought by Ubisoft, unfortunately, but it's a German thing. But it's always based on like Britain, you know. So it's like a German take on, you know, the Industrial Revolution in Britain, basically. So it's like, it's always interesting seeing the different perspective. You can't tell I'm just filling time with gibberish, can you? Okay, so do I want to go up and get my pots to do them, or if I just dump all that in my inventory? I'll probably take a couple. If I just sort of... I've done that. I'm not in construction range, am I? Sorry, logistics range. Let's stand in next to a robot bot, let the bots do a thing, and see about... So yeah, it's short of low density structures again. Hopefully it's made a couple. How close do we get? Not very close at all. Not very close at all. But it's got a combat system in it as well, this Corsair Code, which I was not expecting at all, in the sense that, I mean, I was expecting a combat system. Because, you know, it's pirates, you're going to be fighting, you know, fighting somebody. But it's like it's almost like a card thing, but also dice rolls. It's a bit sort of weird. It's not bad, it's just sort of strange, really. I was expecting something more... you know, like maybe turn-based ship combat, you know, something like that. But instead it's like a dice / card game battler. Everything's got bloody cards in it now. I don't know why they keep putting them in. If I wanted to play card games, I'd go and buy card games. It's fine, gibberish and game talk I have not heard before. No worries. I also wanted to buy, I can't remember what it's called. Now this is a turn-based one, but it's like a 4X, but like really out there. What the heck was that called? It's that tiny indie game. You can tell I've sort of finished I've basically finished a Factorio run, because I'm suddenly now thinking about other games. When I've been in no life mode basically for this 2.1 thing. I really got obsessed with it. I think, I say, I've sort of tipped over with Space Age from... I didn't dislike it, you know, that's not what it was, but it was just fine. I found it frustrating when I was playing it, and I never finished. I did after I'd done the stream. I never finished another playthrough, because I was sort of... But I say burnt out's not quite the word, but I just got sort of bored of it. And playing this 2.1 has sort of helped me crystallise the issues I had with it. Quasimorph, that was it. Weird name. But it's like a 4X, but it's like you invade. So it's take on the role of a hardened PMC fighter in a dark turn-based cyberpunk RPG. See what I mean? It's got turn-based cyberpunk RPG, so it's all over the place. Engage in unforgiving combat, because it's looking like it's like roguelike type thing. So it doesn't matter if you die, you sort of just keep going. Engaging in combat. Manage your ship and pile up the bodies of your clones to unravel the dark mystery behind the threat to all life. And I say, it seems like every game rolled into one. So it's like turn-based combat, 4X, as in, you know, you expand, explore, exploit type of thing. And it looked really interesting, but I was like, do I really want to get another game and not really even start it? I never played Minos. Or Minos, I guess I should say. And I really was looking forward to that, and then I never touched it. We say I've been no life in this 2.1 test playthrough that I was doing. But as I say, now that I've done, I mean, I've never been I've never been a mega baser. So that's, you know, for me, that's sort of, if I can build a ship that can go back and forth, do a bit of, you know, promethium gathering, make some promethium science, even if it's just like, you know, 60 a minute, you know, effective rate sort of thing. So very small scale, which is nothing, because all the bonuses you get in Space Age, that's basically nothing. Yeah, if it can sustain itself, I'm sort of happy, and probably call it quits there. But yeah, so that's why I started on these other games. I still haven't finished Stalker 2. There's a DLC coming out for that. I mean, I hadn't realised how big Stalker 2 is. I played like 60 hours, close to, I think. And I don't think I'm halfway through. And this isn't me restarting or anything. This is me, you know, first playthrough. Oh, they're done. Okay. We're short of a roboport. Wow, okay. How are we doing on power then? Oh, not very well. Production. But then I guess that's it doing its first thing. How many we got? We got loads then. Maybe I should double that up. Okay. I guess, how many have we actually got on there? I've got that wrong then, haven't I? It's 3-2 in the sense of it must be, what have I built? How have we got 307 panels? Because it should be, so it's not 3-2. I thought it was. Because you're supposed to have more solar than, more panels than the other one. So I would need, so what is the ratio on it? How did I get those numbers? That's 97 of them, and 210 plus the 8. So that would be... That's completely wrong then, isn't it? Oh well. If we put on, say, like that... No, that's wrong. Let's just do 2 more then. I wonder how I've done the maths on that. Oh, you're not. I guess it's all assigned to the box, isn't it? So, cheat sheet. Solar power. Solar power. That's steam power. 25 to 21. Yeah. So I'm not going there. So if I pop up the calculator, because our solar one has got 410. No, it hasn't. 205, does it? So that's got 210. 210. Cancel. 210. Divided by 21. No, divided by 23. 210 divided by 23. Multiply 25, 228. So if that's only got 97, I got numbers completely wrong, haven't I? How have I managed to do that then? Oh, hang on. What's happened to... Huh. Oh. Oh. Bleeding Ada. So I guess for the purposes of the record, my internet has had a problem. So this will feature in this bit where I'm staring at my router, seeing when it goes switches back to saying it's connected. Will be in the VOD version, but not in the live stream. Come on. They're supposed to be putting full fibre in where I am. Oh, that's back. Okay. Let's have a look-see. No, not there yet. So it's still saying it's... Oh, there we go. Still coming through on... Let me just test that the audio is still working. Let me just test that the audio... There we go. Yep. So my internet fell over there. Thank you very much, Romac. Just literally my router sort of disconnected. I was just saying in the missing bit where I'm puzzled what's going on will be on the YouTube VOD, because that's a recording of it rather than a transfer of the file. What was I doing? Yes, I was just saying they put in full fibre here, and the problem I got, I rent basically, and it means I've got to ask if I want it. I'm not fussed about the speed, to be honest with you. It's sort of, I find my internet fine, but it's a lot cheaper is one of the things, presumably because it's like a special intro offer. But because I rent, and they put like these, because I say it's like a block of flats, and they put the actual bit that goes to the exchange in the street. It's like a box outside everyone's outside everyone's flat, just outside the door sort of thing. But it means they've therefore got to drill a hole in, because I was wondering when they were saying they were doing the upgrade, because the telephone wires are all cable, copper cable. So if they're putting in full fibre, they'd have to replace them. And I was like, and they sent around these letters. It was ages ago, so almost 8 months, I think. And they sent around these letters saying, we're putting in full fibre. And they came and did all this drilling outside, and that was it. And I was like, but that means it's not. They've not done the cables, so it's still there. But basically, in order to get it installed in the flat, they have to drill a hole in the wall in order to bring the cable in. And therefore, I got to ask all my landlord and all this sort of stuff if I can get it done. And I'm just like, say it's like a catch-22 of like, I'm not actually all that fussed about the extra speed, but being cheaper, I wouldn't mind at all. That'd be quite nice. But it means, getting my landlord to agree they can drill a hole in it. Hello, Soldans. Welcome. Welcome back to Earth. Indeed. So, let's get started again. I just paused it when I realised, oh, there we go. There's an expansion. There's quite a few lads in there. What we got? We are on 0.54. I guess I killed a lot of them. Okay. So we need to take them out, because they're a bit too close and a bit too pollution-y. But what I was trying to check was how badly I'd done the maths. because I've really done it very badly. So that's 210. Why have I come up with 210? It's 21, that's why. Okay, so I've gone 20, I've just gone 10 times. So if that was 97, so it's not 1, it looks like it's 1 to 4, doesn't it? No, it's 10 to, so that's 10 times what it should be. That's 97, so that would be 2.5 I would need, which is weird. But that would make, so if we did 250, no, that, yeah, then it'd be 2.5 of them. Okay, so that's where I'm getting the, so it's 2 to 5. Am I getting my maths right there? So it would be 210 would need 250, which would be 2.5 of them. So we would need to double both. So you'd need 2 to 5. That's where I got the 5 from. Okay. And the extra panels there make up the gap, as it were, because you're 3 short each time. And that, I mean, that ratio is not perfect anyway, but it's close enough. So I would need 5 of them, which is what I've now built, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 2. Okay. So we could play a game of Tetris when I'm building solar panels, because we could kind of fit that in there. Obviously, it's other way around sort of thing. Or in there. Or in there. I'll do it that way. Bizarre game of Tetris. Okay. We need to take these guys out, though. But how much power did that get? It should at least balance now, so it should charge. I think it's less accumulated. You know, I think it's less than we had before, so we do need to sort of double it up. But yes, the point is that we're going to get rid of these. Then we'll have enough for another set, as it were. So if I just stand here for a second, I can grab the tank remotely now, can't I? So grab you. We'll probably be alright with that, I think. So I'll just take these guys out. Try not to kill myself with the tank. Well, we'll let them clear that. We'll clear these guys out. We'll go and see how many low density structures we've made. Not many, I would guess. 45, fine. Nothing. 6. Will that even get us a rocket launch? How are we doing on the train stuff? So we've got that one. Excellent. So if we now put in that as a T-junction. And put you across there. We're going to have to get rid of them as well, aren't we? Because we want to put a train on top of them. Let's see. What the chat up doing? It's flustered me then. Just completely, completely thrown me. Yes, so we want to be going up to here, maybe put them next to it, because we'll be able to get past that stone. Because then we could go, like, do we want to go down? No, we want to go there, really, don't we? So we want sort of fluid filling. No, that would work. Yeah, we could do that there. Yeah, so fluid. I'm not going to fully replace it because we don't want to get. So I think I'm going to have to take all of these out because we're going to start using oil quite a bit more now. I think. We'll do straight there. We'll leave that. Am I empty now? Have you taken the stuff, guys? You have. Right. Let's pop in. In fact, let's do it this way because the roboports are our way around. So we want another 2 of them, and then 5 of these. So we want 2, 5. See, I've done it weird, haven't I? Should be there if I'm mirroring it. That'll be interesting. Okay. I've not got any poison capsules. Don't want poison capsules. Let's go get... Let's kill these guys down the bottom first, then. Because these are just a couple of random small worms. Although that looks new. I don't remember there being one there. It's about time we had some proper expansion, because they've kind of just been leaving me alone. So get rid of you so that you don't destroy any bots. And then we'll head back to base. Pick up some poison capsules, make sure we don't hit a train. In fact, let's sort this now. Because we're a whole bunch of rocket launches off of getting that done. Unfortunately. I don't imagine... what's that take? So 81, we might get another one out of that. Maybe. No, poison capsules. Why have I got 252 capsules? That's a bit weird. And poison over here. Oh. Oh, it's gone again. So that time, I assume it's connected back. I didn't even notice. So I don't know what you've missed there. Sorry about that. I don't honestly know what's going on with it. The problem is, because I rearranged this room, and because it used to be, I used to have it like, you know, there as it were, so that I would be able to see it. But it's now over in the corner of the thing, so it's not in my eye line. Back for me, good. Cool. So yeah, unless I notice the stream doing the, you know, swirly icon thing, I can't see the actual router in the peripheral vision. So I basically, if you didn't see it, I put in more panels, so we've got, you know, another 2-5-1 there. I drove, and then I realised I didn't have poison capsules, because these guys are not going to be happy. And so I drove down, killed those biters that were in the way of the train here, in which case we should put in this one. So that's going to be there, isn't it? And I guess the stone one probably be okay there. So solid load, then I don't know where I put the... I don't know where I put that junction. I should probably put it there. I should have taken the belts off of these, because where I put the inputs just makes no sense. But yes, what are we doing? So we got, and then I drove, and then I picked up the low density structures, put them in the rocket, because we might get another one. Yeah, looks like it's going to do another one. And grab some poison capsules. Just makes it easier clearing out the worms. It is a bug that it slightly favours worms in the expansions, and it's not meant to. But what they've actually done, I thought they'd do a, you know, Friday Facts about it. But what they've tried to do is tried to make the expansion groups scale with the, like, where you are in the game, effectively. So based on the evolution level, basically. So if you're very low level of evolution, it's almost like a driver. There's like a hidden element to it of using efficiency modules. Because if you're, you know, doing this, killing them off and polluting them and Well, I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's on them or not. If you're not producing as much pollution, you're not going to drive evolution as much. I keep missing. See, it's now taking a couple of hits to kill them. So how involved they are. You. But yeah, it's a bit of a... Try not to push the evolution on, because the expansion groups will just get bigger and bigger as the evolution level goes up. But it was a bit wonky. So when I was playing it in 2.1, within, I think it was about 2.5 hours, an expansion group turned up that was as big as that. So it had 20 nests in it when it eventually finished forming. And this was literally 2.5 hours in. Now I was saying before, I always push combat quite a bit. So it wasn't any kind of a problem, but it wasn't the intended situation. And in fixing it, or tweaking it, they do seem to have pushed it more towards doing a lot of worms. And so you get colonisations now that are just pure worms, which, you know, it's not really... It's almost a blocking colonisation than a proper colonisation. Because it means you won't... You know, they don't do them in close to other nests, as it were. So are we running out of roboports now, yeah? What we can do, since we don't need these to be a complete network, is we can take that one out, and that one, so that gives us a couple back. But yeah, I'm assuming this is mostly to do with red circuits or something like that. Yeah. In fact, where is that even getting... Oh, it's getting them from there. And that's copper again. Okay. Let's see if I can... How many have I got? I've got 2. Okay. That's not really helpful, is it? So I don't really need that one. That's alright, I can kind of hand build this. The bit we need, as it were. That's not the rail blueprints thing. Let's check again that I'm still live. Yeah, sorry about the connection problem. I have occasionally had... It's just been... The internet's just been horrible, basically, and it's continuously going up and down. Maybe it's a big hint to get the full fibre. Yeah, as I say, I should take out these connections, because this is not really... aligned with what we actually need. Let's have a look at that. Come on, guys, hurry up. No. So yeah, again, we only need a couple of rows, really, just to be able to meet our demand. If we plan in the full kit and or caboodle, you're building this for me, aren't you? And I don't want you to, because I want to be able to pick which ones I build. Thanks for the help, guys, but it's not very helpful. In fact, actually, yeah, let me build that one. We can do that. And probably easiest with that one. So that's then. Is that about? it's only 22, sorry. Build the full lane there. Full lane here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to sort of have to gap fill the build. That's fine. You know, I'll build in the rail basically. There's no point in them putting down miners that we just don't need. But they can stick in the belts if they want to do that. It's up to them. I'm not going to stop them. Straight there. Connect this to my power network. So we don't want to hop over here. I guess we need to make sure we can do it. Yeah, I can fit all four in nicely. Might as well. That. Oh, power poles on. Yeah. Cross. So. Oops. I think I'm just going to run out. I just got slightly too few belts. Yeah. Okay. I guess if I pinch these, is that going to be enough? Maybe. Able to just hand fill any slight deficit. Yeah, we need a few more. Okay, let's put in the power poles. What happened there? Oh, we put one in there. Doot. Cool. Oh, yeah. In. So how close are these guys? Yeah. So sorry, we're doing exactly the same basically as last week, where it's like I ran out of iron for, you know, and we weren't producing any steel, which meant that I couldn't produce the rail that I needed to build in, you know, to build the rail to bring in the iron to make the steel that I needed to build the rail. So I ended up hand fixing it, as it were. And now we've done exactly the same, but roboboards. But yes, once we get the copper rock. Oh, of course, I got these here as well. I can take these. We could probably tidy up the base a bit as well. What I do think I want to do with the snaky bus is do like a beginning or something that aligns it with this, because it'd be nice to just keep it basically. And you see how I put these, you know, they're not quite a robot, you know, a power pole distance apart, but if I could have them aligned with this network, well, this isn't actually a bad you know, thing. But if it was like, if it was fitting between, say, two, like if you punt it over, whatever that is, 15 tiles or something, then it would fit between two. And so effectively I could draw the robo ports in this grid one around it, and then it would instantly connect, and I would be able to do a proper thing. Because what I have found with the snaky bus is it's nice to keep it basically, and just keep it rolling, you know, for as long as I can, because taking it apart is always just tedious. And you know, we might as well just make grenades and stuff. And it's the science bits, which is why they're on the outside, really, mostly. They're not really, but it's the science bits I just replace with proper science builds. But yeah, that kind of occurred to me fairly recently. What am I looking for? I'm looking for rail, which is just over there. Have I got some signals? Because it should be alright for rail. Let's take all of that. Put some back. And then if we take some large power poles as well. I don't need do I need inserters? I guess they put them all on the actual thing, haven't they? Boxes maybe? I've probably got boxes. I'm not making chests there for personal consumption. We still haven't done any space science. No. Because we're trying to push up. One thing is I could just to make it easy. I mean, we don't need necessarily all of that. We just double it up when we get more. We kind of need all of this. And we're going to need some power. I don't know how much. So that reduces it a little bit. But we are talking... What do they stack to? So that's 50. So that's another 4.5 rockets just for the platform pieces. So it's going to be a while, isn't it? Okay. But that means we need this copper. We need this copper. Don't catch me, copper. Scrap that. Hasn't made any. Okay. Was that it? 8. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh, it's not that it's out of. How's it used up all that rocket fuel? I just found it a bit weird that they didn't change the stacking of rocket fuel to, you know, more like 50 or something. Because they changed the stacking of low density structures. That used to be 20, I think, didn't it? It's also weirdly easy to produce. It feels like that was the... I don't know about error, but that was what Kleber was supposed to bring. Like a super duper easy way of making rocket fuel. But like it's so easy to make everywhere that it's just bonkers. You know, like I can see the fundamental problem, because it's like a difference in how they're trying to do it, if you see what I mean. You know, the fundamental mechanic of spoilage and particularly the nutrient stuff. You know, that mechanic makes biochambers a real nightmare for using anywhere else, because you've got to bring in food for them, basically. You know, it becomes the only building that's totally reliant on a planet. You know, obviously the others you can only make on the planet, but once you've got a foundry, you've got a foundry, and you can foundry anywhere, so long as you bring in calcite, and the amount of calcite you need is tiny, and it doesn't spoil, you know, so you can just have it sat in a box and you're fine. But the biochamber needs nutrients which do spoil, so you'd have to constantly provide them. I've got 250,000 spoilage on my Nauvis base, because I've not bothered with doing, you know, the fish stuff yet or anything like that. Yeah, a 250,000 spoilage from all the packs that have spoiled. And imagine having to deal with that on every planet, you know? Or in space. It's like yet another thing to yeet overboard. So yeah, I do kind of get the issue, but it's kind of a rod they made for their own back. You know? So like, this was you created this problem. It just feels amazing. I love you guys, but you're a bit slow. You just do the signals and stuff, because that's tedious. Oh, in fact, it's almost done, isn't it? Just need to fill that bit in. In fact, they're doing this. Cool, okay. So that is... Yeah, copper's running. Well, kind of, because I forgot to do the power poles, so let's go and do that. You didn't see that? That wasn't an error. And if the internet's up, not up, you didn't see it. Okay. Let's put these power poles in. Let's see what's happening with pollution. Yeah. I think we need to do a bit of biter clearance, don't we? Let us set ourselves a train up. Did I adjust this one? No, it is just on a generic load. Okay. No, wrong place. Need to build it at the actual refueling. This curve's annoying, isn't it? Don't know why I did that. I guess because I wanted so many of those in, but yeah, annoying. Okay, let's put a... Because we're going to want stone as well. And, I mean, we've kind of got a... It's different. Okay, let's do a fluids one as well. So let that all fill up with, you know, coal and all that sort of stuff. And then we're ready to rock and or roll. And then once the copper's flowing, we should start properly making low density structures again. Until we run out of oil and plastic. Who's first? Let's do this smaller one here. Get some bots out this time. So where's one go? Shells. Okay. And more bots. was weird. Those fighters were just standing there. How bizarre. Maybe we go with... Oops. Bit of a repair. We're going to hit them with pollution as well, aren't we? How are we doing with these trains? Okay, so if we turn you onto a solids train... Why have we got 3 of those? And it would be solids train as well. Good thing. Solids train, got nowhere to go, that's fine. Solids. So is this manually set as 1 or something? No, train route of 3. Okay. If we just set that as 1 then. Where have those 2 trains gone? Oh, they're wait. Oh, okay. So they want to come here, but signals are... Because this is not a block. It's unsignaled. Okay. We can fix that then. But they're both trying to come here. I think. Right. It's... In fact, we could do that remotely, because I think there's roboports up there. Yeah. So your problem is that, basically. And then this is bidirectional. In fact, actually, I don't need those 2, do I? 3 rather. Just need to separate that. Yeah. I'd forgotten I'd done the wide array. Okay, so turn that off. More bots. This is quite a big one. Not too many worms on it as well. Okay. Oh. A couple of worms. They might just risk it with this one. We'll leave it there for now. And I'll go and see what that one's about. My train started moving. They have. Boxes, cool. So have you dropped off? No. Where have you gone then? Oh, one of you's gone down here, have you? Oh, I see. Okay, because it had 1 on it. And you're empty. Right. And the other one's gone there. Okay, no worries. Train out 1. So I don't want it going this way anyway. So that's why I should have taken the bits of belt out of the blueprint. Cool. Yes, we need to take them out because they're about to get angry. Also, my bots are going to fly over the top of them, aren't they? Cool. So it's, I mean, just for, I mean, if you've not seen this one, the series before, it is a Rail World settings, but then I've turned expansion back on. Which, oh, right, okay, it's just a bunch of worlds. See, this is, I say, this is this bug that it's not really meant to be a million worms. Especially early game, get poison, and it's just 2 poison capsules and you're done. It's not even vaguely a challenge. Okay. So, let's head over to the copper. Can't take me. Power pole out. Yeah. We are now got again on low density structures. See, it'll all get sorted when we get copper going in. So let's hook that up. Where do you actually need to go? You need to go up here. We only really need the one coming in. So that's priority input on the other side. No, that's output. Cool, so I'll take our existing patch first. So train has done its thing, but it doesn't know where to go. Is that because the other one went there? Yes. We need to get the stone up and running, and then we'll have the same number of trains as we've got. Things. So we go H. Let's do. I didn't pick any belt up, did I? Let's just lay it in. Ghosts. Snow. And doot. Around that way. So. Way. And then this needs to stop over here. That. You. And where are we going? We're going over there. So we. Let's keep it roughly in line with this, I think. So it's not a bit. Yeah. There. Cool. So suddenly, through the miracle of actually having built a base with stuff in it, we might get going. I think I messed that up, didn't I? Because don't really want it in there. If I just put it on manual, there we go. There we go. Where are you going, my friend? Oh, I guess this one is now, yeah. Yeah, because the other one's coming in. Yes, we need the stone to be up and running so that we've got three places for our 3 trains, which they are just building in. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Cool, cool, cool. Have we built this belt? Not really. Japs, get on with it. I wonder if we could do a bot speed. Because I think that's under... I think we've done the one that we can do, haven't we? Yeah. You can do one... Oh, that's cargo, sorry. So you can do... I'm sure you can do one... We can do 2 bot speeds with blue. Okay. Well, that's it. You then need gold. Which you're not made. I could throw that in here, couldn't I? Right. More that in. Make those roboports. Let's have a quick restock, I think, while things sort themselves out. So that one. Did I kill those? Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's just a bunch of worms, isn't it? Okay. Cool. In fact, as we're doing it, might as well put the filters on. I need to replace the actual machines. Is the... You know, I need to do an upgraded version, basically. That's fine. We can... It's okay. Now... Wow, okay. Got that filter, but put it back. I think since we're going to be doing a bit of expansion generally, I want to grab a couple of iron patches and stuff eventually before we actually go. I'd quite like this place to be fairly robust and sort of self-sufficient, you know, with fairly decent science builds, and that means getting a lot of steel done because we'll need to do purple. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, huge scale, but it's going to be reasonably significant. I'd quite like to be able to leave it, essentially, and let it... All we have to worry about is, you know, building on the new planets, basically. That's kind of what I'd quite like to go for. It does mean... I say, given I finished the other playthrough, pretty much, I might sneakily start doing this. Particularly when it's just expand, you know, put in another iron mine. You know, that's never the most thrilling stuff on the stream. I didn't restock the tank, did I? So if we grab a couple of them, I'll put them in the tank. And I've got the super shells. And let's got that. I didn't put the filter on. And turret. I think maybe because I can build a blueprint now as well. Now that we've got, you know, iron and copper. I guess there's, yeah, we need to set up oil and stuff as well. But, you know, so that if we're able to make roboports at a reasonable sort of clip, then it means we can build in just an automated defense thing. Now that we've, you know, getting requester chests just makes defenses so much easier. So you have them. Do I want to properly shift up? How are we doing with power? Yeah, we're doing quite well. How many? Let's take that off. How many solar panels and accumulators? Because the more we use of solar panels, the more quality ones we'll get. which will help with our first couple of ships. So if we've got, say, 150 of them, and then 50... Are these loggy connected or just box? Okay. So we've got 90 there. Our blueprint requires like 200, doesn't it? So actually these need to be... No, that's all right. So if they make... Well, we need 2, don't we? So it needs to be like 200 in each box. It's actually 210. That's enough. Yeah, you see, so we'll end up with enough green ones in order to help us with our... I didn't put quality things in there, did I? I'll do that in a minute. We could also set this to 50, or... Yeah, let's do 50 rather than 100. Is copper's coming in? Perfect. Copper is coppering. Excellent. Green circuits are still rubbish, though. Why are you not running? Oh, I forgot to take the priorities off. We should scale this up for red, basically, now that we've got proper stuff coming in. Because it's iron that we need. More off to start with. Where did I get to? We were doing these ones. So yes, I was asking whether I'm going to switch properly over to grey. I think I'll just leave it for now. We'll do that next time, maybe. We shall see. We shall see. Got to leave some suspense. But the other thing is that the Formula 1 Grand Prix are now on summer break, and they're not coming back until basically the end of August. So this is why I've been talking about doing midweek streams and stuff, because that's usually a big chunk of my weekend that I can use for other things now. Get stuff done, and then I might be able to stream during the week. Certainly over August anyway. So 200 there. Have I got grenades? Some. I presume that's the same there. Yeah. And then let's do that. Yeah. Am I carrying flamer turrets? Probably not. No. I did not stop them up, did I? No. Okay, so I then get that. Do I want to have a train in case I need to go? So it is a rail world. Not managed to get a quality loco yet, though. I'm trying to... well, I tried to make more use of quality. I still do just find it a massive faff, though. Just doesn't feel worth doing until you've got the vague possibility of doing, you know, at least sort of epic, really. Other than the space stuff, it really helps with platforms. I really like it for platforms. So yeah, this is because we need the stone. I didn't get poison. Didn't replace the poison captures, did I? So you don't have any kind of fix on you. Let's do you as the logging network. Say 2,000. Cool. scale either of those up for now. I think maybe we want more of them. Have I got combinators? No. We'll do when we do a requestory version of the build. We'll use arithmetic combinators to help control it. Ah, I'm guessing since we got those. And what do you need to be on? If we were making, because it was like 100 and I needed 5, didn't it? So these need to be on 250. No, not 250 each. It needs to be, make it 150 each, I guess. Poison capsules, where were they? Ooh, we've got speed. Level 2, oh, and a level 2 quality. Yeah, predicting 2. And 4. Crikey. None of those then. No quality, which is what we really want. No. What was I going to put those in? I was going to put them in bots, wasn't I? Quality bots are awesome. They are a good addition. Am I carrying modules? I guess I am. I sort of debated to myself whether to set the logistics requests up, but I've done it on my other playthrough. It is so tedious because of all the quality levels. Because you want to be able to just order them up. You know, if you're like, oh, actually, I wonder if a level 2, you know, chemical plant would be good here. So you kind of got to have them in your listing, but it just takes so long sticking them in manually. That. But you can put them in a blueprint because they're just, you know, effectively like logistics groups. So you can put them in a logistics request, or in a blueprint. You can put them in a combinator, basically. So if I just go, a good symbol would be me, and I can never remember where the me symbol is. It's there. It is. So that just, you know. So then maybe it's the intermediates, and you can sort of start saying, I don't want any iron on me, and don't want any copper, because they all have quality and stuff as well. But just like, wow. Right, yes, but uranium. So you do that, and then you just do a combinator, and you assign that the group, and then you can blueprint that, and obviously you can put it in your blueprints rather than game blueprints. So then it's accessible anyway. And this is my first one of it. I wonder if that works actually. But yeah, it's in a combinator. And there you go. But so that's not got the quality stuff in it. It's just that the normal stuff, and it ends up. I say it's like 4 times as big. I don't think it's got any of the. I think it is just literally the base game stuff as well. It might be worth doing it though. Yeah, let's do that then. So if I add those on, because they're now in this game, it's a bit weird, but it is what it is. So if we do, say, the logistics one, and then I need to increase that down to 9,000. That's why it's dumped there now. And then that wants to be like 200. 100. 100. Cool. And then make that one production. And then because it's set up for green, it's killing all of those off. Don't take them, guys. Stack of them. Again. Yeah, you see, this is just one from a base game. It's not got quality modules on it, you see. Right. And then we want to add on combat next, I guess. But I want you to do like a them. And then I'm not actually at level 2 yet. And then all of them. Say 25 rolls. Colour. And then the last one was the intermediates. Given we're early game, I think we do want slightly more of those. The rest is fine to dump, I think, though. Yeah, if I've got rocket fuel, might as well. Because I don't want LDSs in preference to the to the machines. Cool. Where were we? So what we can actually do, we could cut that and put it next to our chest of shame. It's quite useful as well if you when you die, basically. You've then got you don't have to mess about manually picking stuff up. You can just turn that on. You get stuff brought in. So I think I just disabled them, didn't I? Yeah. Platform pieces. Probably want that. Oh, it's on 200. What are you waiting for then? Copper cable. Because copper's not quite recovered that much then. I think both of them need to go to red belt basically. That's our sort of next thing. So that should be, we don't really need platform hubs and stuff. Cool. Lasers. Back 200. You've not got a filter on. Wow, no red circuits at all. Okay, so all that messing about, has it made a few low density structures? It has. Did I pick up there by accident? No, don't do that, guys. Guys. Oh, hello, Freshco. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I just got carried away. I found that a constant combinator and a few selector combinators, and you can set it up once for the assembler and the electric factory, and just change the constant combinator what you want. The others are set up automatically for the quality grind. Yeah, it's sort of lets you control it a bit better, I guess, with combinators. What was I doing? I was going to put this in here. See how many rockets we can get. Oh, we're nearly there, so we could do another one. Will that allow us to actually build? Why have you not built? Oh, I guess there's little bits missing, aren't there? How many are we short then? If we do that. So we're short by still 200. So we've got another 2 rockets. Did it say on the way? On the way 50. No, it's more than that, isn't it? Because it's only 50. So it's 4 rockets just to get all the platform pieces up. How annoying. How annoying. So yes, let us... Oh, in fact, actually, let's go and stick... We'll stick him in the chest of shame. And then... you in there. So you can recycle all this now. Eventually. So. Why is... Oh, I didn't set that to 1, did I? I do need to fiddle with these movements. Okay. What's the coverage? Okay, yeah, so this is within range. Let's do that. Where's my mining one? There you go. It's about there. Oh no, power poles on there. Should give us coverage. Now, how many? That's probably, yeah. So that's what we kind of need. If we reverse this one, and then splitter there. So, and then that belt. That should work. So I've got a 1 here. And is this set to 1? Yes. I forgot coal, didn't I? Not done a coal one. How much coal have we got? Loads. Okay, so that's not too much of a priority. There was a coal patch that wasn't... Oh no, it's over there. I thought I had one... okay. I thought there was one down there for some reason, but clearly not. Comes in great when you have a mod that adds more qualities. There are mods that add more qualities. So what you're saying is you're a masochist. Yeah, I think that's going to be a little while before we go and grab that one, I think, because that's going to be a lot of rail pieces. Probably end up going over the top, actually. Yeah, that one. Might end up encircling our sort of main base. Okay. So hopefully the bots will do the thing there. This we probably need to come and fiddle with, because this is me switching over to a different rail thing. This isn't going to... Yeah, there's not enough trees to stop that getting hit. And that's probably going to be a problem as well. Okay, let's just have a quick check on power. It's not great, is it? I mean, even though I built these in, they were sort of replacing a whole load of panels that we already had. So I haven't actually added anything necessarily. We do have a nice clean area there though. So how about we go... See, I'm just going to be cheeky with myself now, aren't I? I'm not going to do any sort of sensible pattern. I can just feel it. So we go, we want 2 of them, and then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a complete higgledy-piggledy mess. I'm running one that adds 3 more, crikey, out of 4 maps. I have only seen one of the very last quality. It has a 0.001 percentage. The second to last I consider the pinnacle, and they are nuts when combined with other mods I run. It means as in the amount of power they add. Does the mod also... Because isn't there that 300% limit or something to productivity? Does it sort of go past that as well? Okay, so that's extra panels. We were going to restock the tank. Oh, here's my shells. Here we go. So it's only on 100. Maybe we want to take that to 200. So we'll stick them in the tank. And what else do we want in the tank? If we go, maybe I'll put some bots in there. Some poison, maybe? Because we've got a bunch of ammo. Obviously don't have flamethrower fuel on the go. I don't think. I don't find it as useful as I used to, the flamer on the tank. Put them in. Cool, so that's now carrying up a whole bunch of stuff. We'll also top up the fuel there. Let's put another line. So we're out of low density structures again. So what we need to do is upgrade to red belt for the iron and copper. How many we've got? 25, okay. Might get us... might get us half a rocket. Okay. Let's do that then. Right, let's get the bots to do that. So, what do we want to do? We want to... I think I've got the... I don't think I'm automatically producing them yet. So I might have to go and do those. That's fine. If we go... So I want to be halfway down with the red bell. Give or take. So 24. So I want to go to 12. So we go to that one. Because it's a precious resource at the moment. We don't need to bother with the coal. And then this is the... That's the iron one, so we want the same sort of thing. So up to... Don't need to be totally precise with it, but... There's no point having red belt. That has no real benefit just yet. That is a red one. If that's where it's being added on, if we do red belt there, so we need another splitter there, aren't we? To that one, just use a planner from that one. So we need several undies. In fact, we'll probably keep that as yellow, I think. There. And all of this copper. And then where does the red belt start? There it is. Go to that one. So yes, we need to make a couple of them. And a couple of them. Do I have gear wheels? Going in a chest. I must have, surely. So that's my only production of gears. I've not got an extra one here. So probably not. Okay. Let's fix that then. We want... Inserter. Oops. Filtered to... That. Even now it's not in the network. And that. Couple of hundred. Oops. Here's. As and when, my friends. I think I might put a combo one in, and then we need to. It's that one. That one. And that one. Right, if I turn my bots on, what are we missing? Another 4 of those, so another. Oh. Right then. Let's go with how hard they are to get. Legendary speed 3 is 60% tier 2s. Above it, that is 110%. Baseline speed 10 is 80%, 200% at legendary, 368% at 2 above that. After you get a legendary, the single quality one module is about how hard it is to get that. Okay. And that is with many quality modules, quality modules of much higher percentage. Took a 900-hour game to fill a single lab and 12 beacons with legendary Mark 10 modules. Legendary Mark 10 modules. That's a lot of levels and a lot of legendary. Took another 300 hours to get the lab and 2 beacons upgrading one more time. Crikey. That's a lot of upgrading. So build a few of them. What else am I missing? That's it, I think. Where's that underground? So I've got that. Where is it? Oh. No, it is there. Where's... Oh, it's down the bottom there. Okay. Okay. Now we need the bots to do these. And those. And then we need to upgrade here as well. So we need another undie. Think about this. If I make that... yeah, that'll combine both of them, won't it? And then, what do we need to do here, really? Certainly that needs to go. Because the steel's not constrained anymore. Steel is kind of overproduced, as it were, for what we're using. But then it will go up when we start actually making more copper and iron and stuff. I don't really need both of these to be red. Is the point. I think if I make... That's a lot of... Oh no, they've got it all. I did increase it though, didn't I? Okay, so what do we need then? We need 6 undies and 3 splitters. So I'll do those. And then I'll grab some more gears. And another one. And then what was it? 6. That's... I think that means both parts, as it were. Both hoods. It's not 6 pairs, it's 6 individual ones. Each module took 1.2 million copper. So think about how much grinding loss there was to get that. Standard production, I can make a single speed 10 every 6 to 8 minutes. Crikey. It's the sort of thing, it's like, I kind of, for me, that sort of thing would just be too much. You know, it's just like, I'd get to, it's like I said before, I'm not, you know, I'm not a mega baser. I don't really, I prefer, you know, the smaller scale challenges sort of thing. It's not, I did enjoy doing the mega base. It's just, I think one of the things with it is like, if you come up with a design, obviously, I mean, you could use the editor mode and what's it called? Or like mods or what have you to test it out, but I always tend to prefer doing the testing in-game. So I kind of feel like I would get to a point where I'm like, you know, I say that's what I found with the mega base. It's like I aimed for 5,400. The designs were horrible and it ran at, you know, 30 frames per second if I was lucky, which is not, you know, not good for that scale of mega base. This was a long time ago, but it was a thing where it was like, how to phrase it, it was sort of 1, 2, 3, so we'd need 3, 6, 9, we'd need 12 splitters if we want to play. Am I not missing some somewhere else then? Where's that one? Oh, it's down there. Okay, let's go and do that one first then. But yeah, it's sort of, you do this all this design work and you try and map it out and you try and work it out, and I always get it wrong. This is like that, and you know it doesn't quite work, you know, because inserters don't run at the speed I think they're going to, or what have you. Oh, okay, yeah, fine, chaps. It's going to take ages to get over there. Maybe I could just go tank remote. Where are you? Over here. So yeah, you do all that work and then you find out it doesn't work, basically. Or I would. So, because it's my sort of difficulty with that sort of thing. And it's like, I don't think I could start again, you know. It just sort of... It's what I say, it's why I designed a 5,400 mega base. And then when it only did about 3,000 continuously, I was like, yeah, well that's over 1,000, so I'm happy. Okay. Yeah. Will you stop gobbing at all my stuff, you little monsters? Okay, so I'm assuming they came from... Oops. Yeah, they came from there, didn't they? Okay. So let us... Which way are we going to do this? If we jump on our train... And I can kind of drive over there. It's a very low volume network, so hopefully I won't crash into anything. Missed. No. I'm going to be way faster than everything else, aren't I, with rocket fuel? Is that a right turn? It's a right turn. Yeah. Train coming a bit out of the way. But yeah, I sort of, you know, I kind of admire people who do go for that sort of stuff. But I say, for me, it's just a bit... I just end up getting frustrated with myself. And you know, you can, I say, you can do it in editor mode or what have you, but it's like, you sort of defeat the point in a sense. Right, so... I'll teach you to come and eat my stuff. There's no worms there, are there? Okay. Right, I mean, I never finished space exploration because that was just too much. You know, it was just like too much sort of grind to it, really. I need to get them as well. They're going to be angry. In the last 4 days, I've made 800 speed 10 modules. What I run always allows you to keep the small size but push it something near 5 times the speed. Because the costs involved, I would recommend turning on the built-in is it what unlimited or okay. What mod is that? Sorry. So I too much for me, that sort of thing. Others might be interested. 5 dim. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that before. Has that now been? I seem to remember you mentioned that before, but like ages ago. So that must have been. Was there like a pre-quality version of it? You know, like a pre-space age release version. I'm on the go. The overall is still broken, the individual portions. Oh, right, okay. Any others that? Probably you. Feels like this stream has just been clearing biters, basically. But then that's what expansion's all about, isn't it? They're going to sit on my resources and get in my way. Look, actual copper, making it down. What was that I was going to do is, because we need to extend the red belt down, because it'll now be backing up. There we go, you see. So it's actually backing up. So what we actually need to do, extend it, and we need to stick some modules in these. They replaced all of them, they have. Cool. Yes, so we've got to go. Oops. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's half the way down, isn't it? But most of that isn't demanding copper, you see. Well, it's only a couple of bits, so we could go and fill them in. Because I always upgrade the iron and copper, I try and avoid the... Oh, that's for quality, isn't it? We need to go... Because you can basically... With the snaking, you can kind of avoid putting some of them on... you know, with undergrounds, which you've then got to replace. There's some bug that you shouldn't be doing there. I think it has been reported. Okay, so we go down to there. A bit pointless doing that last bit, isn't it? Yeah, let's just take it to that point. So we need to go and replace manually a couple of splitters and inserters. And underground as well. Some things in it still need numbers worked with, but overall it's not OP until you have pretty much beaten the game or spend many hours AFK. But vanish all of a sudden means I lost power. I kept losing internet. These things happen. Right, so we need to sort of avoid that train, but then we need to... Did I pick up the loco when I drove round? Yeah, they're going to get hit, aren't they? We have to clear them out. I didn't even fill up. I didn't even connect the stone. I got distracted. Me get distracted? Well, that's not even set with a limit. Although none of those are. Whoops. Oh, well, I guess it's going to be there a while. Okay. It is 6:05, so it is quitting time. Give or take. Let's just see about putting these. So we need 4 of those, 1 of those. Okay, so do that and that, and then we're out of iron plate by the looks of things. None of my requests are on. So that. And I think that's probably it. But where are we going? We're going there. That way. But there's something down here as well. No, there isn't. We get these replaced. Any more? No, I think that's it. Oh, look! I didn't want 1,000, did I? Not anymore. Not anymore, my friends. Not anymore. Cool. So what I was going to check is how many low density structures have we made? Can we get some... This is more like it. 58. 36 there, lovely. 32 there. 15 there. Oh. No. Leave them. It's not them we're out of. We're out of? Our circuits are blue. Okay, so we should be in a position now that we can actually start launching rockets. I'm still going to hand feed it manually just for this first one. Because the first request suggestion we'll do are these ones. And then we'll be able to auto launch. I mean, it's not far off. What we've got, I mean, they're like 100 per thing. So we've got 2 rockets. I'm sure all of those will fit into one, maybe. We won't have enough panels, but obviously we'll leave that. So we've got like 1, 2, 3. This is like 2. So we need another 5 or so rockets, which we're getting a... What prod bonus are we getting? 16%. So 90 is approximately a rocket. So we want it. We would want about 400 of what we've got to get 5 or 6 rockets up. So we might as well do a quick restock. I forgot that was on. Now, see how many. No, they brought me some more blue ones, so I might as well throw them in. I must be putting them in a box somewhere. But yes, that's it for today, pretty much. Yeah. So we'll get all of those in. In fact, it leaves us some extra. Ooh, cheeky. So, them in. So that's about 500. How did you win? 240. So we would need some more. What are you set on? Nothing. Oh, it's loggy connected. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why I've done it that way around. Okay. That'll be fine for now. So, have we got any more low density structures in the meantime? We're nearly at a point where I can stop hand feeding them like a muppet. Another 60. So that gets us 110. How far off are we? So just doing that one. What's run out of fuel? Train out of fuel. So why haven't you done the interrupt then? So how can you only have one fuel then? And not have gone to refuel? This is the other right reason. Interrupts don't work properly. I guess that should be on, shouldn't it? How far away are we? We're very close. Was it going there? It was going to temporary refuel anyway. I think. No, it's not enough. Not enough power to move them. So if we just put in 5 of those, get the bots to fill it up. Wind just hit hard. I love the in-game fusion reactors. So we've on my big boy. It's almost really rearmed. Only 60 more railguns. Crikey. Yeah, thanks for joining me. And everyone else that's been on. I will be back next week, Sunday for definite. I should be doing a Saturday stream as well, but it will be an other game. I got sent, as I mentioned before, I've been sent several codes for games that are, building management type related, and I want to at least stream them once, just to do a thing. It's not, they're not. I mean, obviously they send the codes for free, but I think I think every game I've ever been sent has been like less than 20 quid. So as a bribe goes, that's pretty small. And if I don't like them, I do say. But yes. So the Saturday stream I should be doing Saturday stream, and it will be something else. The Sunday stream will be Factorio. That's what popped me schedule up. In possibly this week, I might be able to do the during the week stream that I keep talking about, but I might also pick this up and do a bit, just say now that I've basically finished without finishing. I mean, I finished in the sense that I got the end screen. I've did the victory screen for my version 2.1 playthrough from the closed beta test, but the platform doesn't work properly. It basically dies as soon as it tries to connect Prometheum. So a few tweaks there are needed, and I think then I'm pretty much done with it. So that playtime, as well as me suddenly becoming interested in other games, which is what typically happens, I might pick this one up and particularly build out the rail network. Put in clear out the biters type of thing, stuff that you've seen me do a million times before, and isn't spectacularly interesting, but is needed. And then we can focus more in terms of the actual playthrough on space and all those sorts of things. So yeah, I might do that, but I might also stream it. I might do a midweek stream, and I'll go camera off and just mess about adding in trains and extra mining and that sort of thing, clear out the biters. So yes, the plan is basically to do a 2.1 playthrough on stream across the summer, and then my videos proper will return in the autumn. So I have now, how many scripts have I got? I think I got 5 scripts already written for the lore series. They're going a bit more wonky. They're a bit more all over the place, but they've been a lot of fun to write. The delay has come, and I didn't mention it because it's become a standard thing now. The weather in the UK this summer is nuts. It's really, really hot, and that means I have to have my air conditioning on, which makes it incredibly difficult to record audio and video. You know, I could do like the screen capture, but I always do that at the end. So yeah, so that might add a bit more of a delay then than I was hoping, because I can't really record properly because the audio's just horrible. I will also be working on a new, you know, couple of new series ideas. We'll see how those go. But basically, yeah, proper videos will return autumn sometime. I was at one point planning to move this year, but things have gone a bit weird at work, so that'll be a next year thing if it happens. So yeah, so I'll be clear all the way till when I take my holiday in October. And you know, that's probably when the videos proper will return. Because if you've not encountered me before, over on YouTube, over on my YouTube channel, Trismegistus, I do lore videos. If you want to see other stuff from me, so these VODs, for example, and then other games, I still want to do the substructure, but again, you know, substructure videos that I was talking about, but again, the audio makes it very difficult. Basically, you can find those on my second channel, which is called Triggles, VODs and Sods. And that's obviously, I say there. So those are the main ones. I say Twitch, talked about the schedule. If you wanted to follow me on socials, I wouldn't, yeah, do it if you want, but I'm not very active at all on social media. So the blue sky's there. Discord, I did like, I keep mentioning this just so that people know, if Discord is your thing and you wanted to particularly chat about the lore videos, it's probably more relevant when new ones start coming out. But if you want to talk with other people about, you know, the lore and your speculations on lore on Factorio, that's kind of been set up for that. There's a channel for Factorio with, you know, the option if you are a Discord user, which, you know, I'm not particularly, but you can chat about those. Just gives you another option other than the comments. But I will still be reading all the comments, reacting to all the comments, banning people when they are asshats. So yes, that will all still be the same. I think that's all my self-promo stuff. Saying TTFN as well, to you, Patch. And again, Flashgo as well for the chatting, talking about the mod. So yes, if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it. You might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio version 2.1. Thanks for watching. Cheers.